Okay, so we're live. We're live. We're hot. Another question from Cody here. So he says, when you charge a service fee, do you only charge that fee or it's a smaller repair? So I think he's saying basically, if it's a smaller repair, do we still charge that same service fee or do we deduct? I'll get to that in a second. Or if it's a more expensive repair, do you add that repair to the service fee? So I always look at this basically like, I got to make sure we're still recording. We are still recording. Yay, I did it right. You have to charge something. I remember I would go around, for instance, people, and I think you kind of touch base on this, Cody, about estimates. Maybe we're too big. I don't do free estimates. I think it's a good way to waste your time because they're not serious. So we have to charge something, right? And so what I like to do is your free service call, your free estimate is over the phone, right? You can get anything you want over the phone. But so what we do is I don't know, the guys know and the secretaries know better than I do because I don't really engage in this part. I just do the bigger jobs and I kind of like it that way. So I think we charge about $120 for a residential service call. If my guys go out there and they knock a cobweb off and it's the sweetest old lady, they got to get something. They got to get something because the way I look at it, like I always tell them, is that you're getting paid hourly. That's costing us money. So you could be out doing a bigger job right now. You need to make money. So in that van running and the wear and tear and the tires and the oil changes, it adds up. It adds up. It's getting super expensive nowadays. So what I like to do, and I've seen some of my own technicians have done this, and we're trying to get better. And your first contact, collect and take off the next visit. So let's say you go out there, charge them something because you're planting the seed for that customer to go, I got a discount. I'm gonna get your money off, and I already gave them money, so I want to get my money. Because I'll be honest, I don't pinch pennies over these $20 bills and stuff sometimes, but these people do, and if it's $20, $120, whatever it is, $60, whatever your service call fee is, they normally want to go back with you. And the thing is the best part is you're going to spend the time to work up an estimate or go get the product or whatever, and you know that you got paid for that because I've seen it too many times where guys go out there and say, oh, we'll come back, right? And something happens. Maybe you don't have the product. Maybe you don't have the right size rail. And by the time you think you got this customer on the hook, so you drive to the vendor, you go and get it, whatever, you call them to set it up, and they go, oh, I already called somebody else, and you're going, huh, what? But I was already out there, and I already shook your hand, and I was so nice, and all these things, and what happened? So first contact, and here's the thing, and the secretaries, they do a phenomenal job. We in ours, or yourself, if you're the one answering the phone, make it very clear to them that there's an initial service call, right? There's an initial for me to come out and give you an estimate, right? Because another thing that people don't ever see is sometimes these people are doing it for insurance claims. And what they'll do is they'll have you write up the estimate. They give it to their insurance agent, right? Which is crummy that it happens this way. The insurance company will give that customer the money in their name. And sometimes they pocket it, right? Or sometimes they just beat the door back a little bit and put a strut on it, or have Uncle Billy come over with a six-pack of beer and they replace the door on a weekend, right? And you wasted 2 hours of your day for them. That's what sucks. So I charge. If the vehicle goes out there, it needs to be very clear that we are there to collect half down or we're there to, we're going to charge you a service call. And I make that very known in the business that everybody that talks to somebody, you need to let them know we're charging. Now, I leave it up to technicians that if they really get into a pinch where they feel like, like I said, they brushed a cobweb off and it was Aunt Granny that's on, fixed income and, husband just passed away. I mean, you know what I mean? Look, there's some things that God would want us to do. You know what I mean? And sometimes we got to do it. Sometimes we got to help other people. You know what I mean? But other times, you got to make sure they're not taking advantage of you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that will do that because they don't care that your kids don't get fed at night. They don't care if that business goes out. They don't care that you get a flat tire on the side of the road. They don't care. And those are things that you got to understand that you need to get paid for. So collect the money up first. Take it off their next visit. If you got to come back the next day or whatever, say, you know what, I'll take that 120 or whatever the dollar off your next bill. And it's always additional. So like 120 just for us to come out. I always liked my old secretary. She used to always say something of the, service call. It's $120 service call, right? That's just, it's $100. It's $100 to get in. You know what I mean? It's just $120, whatever. If it needs anything else, it will be additional. That's a very key thing. I forget how we used to word it, but we had something that was screwy that customers would just automatically assume. I remember the secretary was fighting with this guy one time on the phone saying, you don't understand, it costs more. And he was just like basically going, no, you said it was going to be $120 and you're going to replace my garage door opener for $120. And it was like, I'm sorry, that's not how it works. So just make sure you tell them it's $120 for the service visit, the service call. Anything else will be additional. If there's broken spring, it's going to be X amount of dollars. I can determine that when I get there. And typically, at least if you can break that ice of that $120, they got money, right? I'm almost thinking about taking it farther where we're going to be securing a credit card because I've had some people want to pay with cash, and it seems like the ones that want to pay with cash nowadays typically are scammers. I don't know why, but that just seems like that's kind of the new trend. It's like, but if they got a card, they already have a credit established, they have a debit card, they kind of got their life in order a little bit. I don't know. I just know the cash has been becoming a little bit of a nuisance because I've had people, oh, I don't have it all, you know what I mean? And then I've had technicians go back and try to collect. It's really screwy. So just kind of watch yourself and do your best, judgment. So, but that's what we do. So we always charge. Got to charge, man. That gas is not free for you to go out there. If they want to send you pictures and you just give them a ballpark over the phone, that's fine. That's free. I'll even type it up for you. You know what I mean? But as soon as that wheel, I got to turn that ignition and that motor's got to start pumping oil through it and the wear and tear on those bearings and those pistons and those miles go up on those vans, I'm charging. So anyways, hope that's helpful, Cody. Thanks for the question. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.